name is Fenna. Welcome to the Self-Compassion channel. I am a certified coach and counselor, and I work with people in a Limerent episode, and I also work with partners of people in a Limerent episode. Now, in fact, this video is for you. If you are the partner of somebody who is Limerent, this video is for you to give my empathy to you, because that's really hard, but also to give you some guidance. I want to ask or answer some of your questions, because most of you have questions like, how long does this last? And should I be patient? Should I be understanding? Should I be nice? Or should I get angry, set boundaries? Do I push them away when I'm angry? Or do I push them, make myself unattractive when I'm nice? They're completely lost, and I understand that. That's why I collected 7 of the most asked questions, and I'm going to answer them. As I state sometimes, limerence makes many victims, not just the person who is in limerent, but also the partners, the friends, the family, friends of the couple, but also the kids. Some families are being left in a haze from one day to another, left stunned by this sudden and radical action. And I get quite some questions from the partners of somebody who's in a Limerent episode, and they don't know what to do. They're lost. They're like, should I punish them? Should I be mean to them? Should I explain them how they're hurting me? Or should I be completely understanding and let them do whatever they want? And they don't know what to do. And I get it. So I'm going to, like I said in the intro, explain you the questions I get the most from the partners. Question number 1, I get a lot. This is always a question I get. How long does it last? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know, of course, it depends. I know that Dorothy Tanoff, the founder of the term limerence, she describes the state of limerence that it can pass after 3 years. It lasts between a few months and approximately 3 years. But that is when people form a couple. And when you cannot form a couple, I've seen people also being in a Limerent episode for 25 years. So I cannot predict the timeline here. All I can say is that limerence will fade either when there is a relationship formed with the other person, or when the limerent goes no contact. And after a longer period of time, after going no contact for a longer period of time, the limerence will fade. But if there is not a relationship going on and there is still contact, the limerence can last for years. Question number 2. People ask me, will my partner ever be sorry for the damage and the hurt that they caused me? And the answer is yes. Most likely they will one day realize how much they have hurted you and the family and the kids. But most likely not while they are still in the midst of a limerent episode. They just don't have the empathy to realize how much they are hurting the other people. Of course, cognitively, they know it, but people in limerence are extremely selfish. And they don't do this on purpose. And that's why so many, I use the word spouses now, but partners are flabbergasted. Like my partner used to be this really loving, really empathic person, and it's like they have no conscience. They used to be really good mothers, and now they just leave their kids from one day to another. Or somebody can say, my husband used to be really gentle and now he's raging and screaming at me. They're really harsh. He's picking fights with me. They're saying horrible things. I don't recognize this person anymore. Where's my partner? People in a Limerent episode lack consciousness. There's only one thing important. That's the other person. That's how addictions work. Question number 3 I hear a lot is people ask me, will my partner come back to me one day? And again, of course, I cannot predict that from hearing a few sentences. There are so many factors. It depends. How was the marriage, for example, before the Limerent episode began? Or does your partner express to you and clarifies that they don't want to be in a Limerent episode and they want to stay in the marriage despite of the limerence? Do they burn the bridges? Do they move cross country? Are they doing the opposite from staying with you? Or do they create a lot of hostileness towards you? So they burn the bridge and it will be difficult for them to come back. Of course, again, this depends on so many factors, but they will probably consider it one day. But the more important question is, do you want them back? What do you want? Are you ready to move on because you're tired of this? Or do you want to fight and have a lot of patience for the marriage? What damage was done to you? I think sometimes I talk with people with Limerent episode, with partners from people in Limerence, and they continue about the other and other and other. And after a while, I'm like, how about you? What do you want? Do you want the marriage back? Do you want to have patience? Can your nerve system deal with this? And the answer is between you and you. If you want to stick it out and watch your partner be completely in love with somebody else, that's of nobody's business but yours. That's your decision. That's fine. Question number 4. Was our marriage really as bad as my Limerent partner now tells me? Probably not. But I think you know the answer to that better than I know the answer to that. Was your marriage really bad before the limerence began, or were you relatively happy? People in a Limerent episode distort their reality. It's called crystallization. Their memories change. They will devalue you and also the memories you have. They will say things like, oh yeah, but I was never really happy, or but I always kind of missed something, or we weren't really good together. And you're like, what? You don't recognize yourself in this story. They can even blame you for the marriage troubles. They change the history. They change memories. They will blame you for their troubles and for not being a good partner. Anything that will fit the narrative of the Limerent story. They have to make sense of the limerence, and they will do that by devaluating you. Question number 5. Should I be harsh or angry at my partner? Or should I be patient and understanding and really kind and really loving? What will bring them back to me? What will increase my attractiveness? And again, that depends. But being harsh and angry, in my opinion, never helped any kind of relationship. And try to realize that your partner did not choose to get addicted. And of course you can argue with me saying, yeah, but they made the choice to stay or to get into contact. Of course that's true, but no one wants to be an addict. It's horrible, not only for you but also for the limerent. They are suffering. So punishing them will not help them to get out of the limerent episode. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, I've also seen spouses who didn't set any boundaries. They just watch their freaked out partner do whatever they want. They left them, they came back, they wanted to be with the other person, then they left for a month, and then they came back home, and then they just did whatever they want. They wanted to be with a new person, but also wanted to maintain and have the comfort of their partner. In other words, they wanted to have their cake and eat it too. And the partner sometimes was from one day to another put in a friend zone. And then when they were feeling low, they would seek their partner again. I mean, that's extremely confusing. What does my partner want from me? And of course, you have to set some boundaries at one point. You are not a doormat. You are not a doormat or a piece of plastic that somebody can just toy around with. You have feelings too. You cannot be picked up again and thrown and then picked up again. So you decide what you want. Do you want to be in the friend zone or not? Do you want to wait? Do you want to be their go-to person? Do you want to stay in contact during the limerent episode? What do you want? Question number 6. Did my partner ever love me? Yes. If they have said it, they probably meant it. You are just in really bad luck here. Your partner got addicted to another person. There are no winners here. The person in a limerent episode suffer. You suffer. This is really, really sad. This is a really sad experience. And it does not mean you did anything wrong. You're just in really bad luck. Some marriages survive, some don't. Whatever you choose, if you decide to stick it out, or if you decide to leave, it's your decision. But please take good care of you, because your partner will not. They cannot, they're not able to, they are completely obsessed and focused on the other person, aka their own needs, aka their addiction. There's not a lot of space for you in their life, let alone your needs. So you will have to take care of yourself, and this is very lonely. And we can even call it disenfranchised grief. Your partner is technically still there, but maybe they're not. They're gone. Their character changed. They've moved out. All of a sudden, they're still there, but they're also not there. And question number 7, this is the last question. Will my partner and the other person be happily ever after? I know you're scared of that, and I know that's horrible to think about, but no, they most likely will not. I think that 75% of affairs do not last. And I've made a video about that for all the reasons. It's called 4 reasons why the limerent affair will not last. I will put I don't know how that works, but I will put it up here. It plays out in a certain way. At one point, deterioration will set in, and the whole thing, their whole magic love bond will come falling down. Everything will be falling apart. And then they have to see what they are going to do after. If you want my guidance in this, again, like I said in the beginning of the video, I do coach partners of people in a Limerent episode. For now, I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye!